Hi everyone and welcome to the LT Show again. Here we are at the World Games Special Edition in Poland. Special guest here with me today from the Colombian team. So could you introduce yourself please?
Hello, my name is Julio Duque. I'm a cutter from the Colombian national team.
Fantastic. So here we are at the World Games. Amazing space, amazing venue, amazing event to be at. How do you feel representing your country here? Is it an incredible thing for you?
It's always amazing to represent the country, especially in a big event like this where we have multiple sports, a lot of athletes, a lot of people watching. It's incredible.
Yeah. I noticed there's quite a few fans as well in the stands. Quite a lot of Colombians have come all this way, right?
Yeah, we have a bunch of people, some family around here, so people has come, they have our jerseys, and it's pretty nice to have people in the stands yelling your names, your country's name, so it's amazing. It's pretty cool.
So far your team is doing pretty well, hey?
Yeah.
It's been some pretty good results, 4 for 4 right at the moment. You managed to win 4 games, 1 more tomorrow morning, is that right?
Yeah, we've been winning so far and we want to keep it that way. We're just missing the game against Australia, which is tomorrow morning, and we want to keep traction of what we're doing.
Absolutely. So 2 very interesting games, I mean they were all interesting, but 2 in particular that I've seen. Yesterday you guys beat the US and
Yes.
It was the final point. You managed to get that final point and it was quite a tricky game because you were up in the beginning, USA came back and then you got that final score. What was that like to play?
It was a bit like a roller coaster of feelings because, as you said, at the beginning we were on top, but then they managed to come back in the game. They went on top, and after we managed to score 2 or 3 goals in the end to take the game on Universe. It's fantastic. It's amazing to play the US team every single time. We played them a couple of months ago, and we had exactly the same result. We won them in Universe, coming the last point on D. And yeah, it's amazing. We fought really hard for the game and the result came.
Definitely, and you earned that one. That was a really great game to watch as well.
Thank you.
And then today, you've also had some interesting games. You had a Canada game earlier today. You were playing against Canada. That was also quite a close game as well. And there was some interesting plays, I guess, and some conversations about some calls and whether there were fouls and not. And I think you were supporting your teammates in that. So can you tell us what was happening in those situations?
So as you mentioned, we had the game this morning against Canada, and what happened was we had a bit more calls than usual, but we spoke with the other team and we had really cool sensations of what they think happened. In terms of the calls, they were mostly pigs because they were too big. And we have smaller bodies, so where we want to fit, they can't, and you generate contact there. It's not that it's with there's not bad impression or is not related with bad spirit, but because we have different dimensions, so we need to keep track of that and make more space so the game continues more fluently.
Okay.
Regarding, there's a particular play where we had a bit of a discussion, but in the end, that's what is amazing of our sport, that we can talk to each other, we can solve what happens on the field without someone telling us what should be happening. We know the rules, we apply them, and like I ask the game advisors for some advice, and in the end, they respect our decision and we respect their reaction. So that's the most fantastic part of our sport.
Absolutely, and good to see. And just to remind everyone out there, if you haven't already observed, ultimate and flying disc games and you don't understand the concept of spirit, it essentially means that a player takes responsibility, as you were saying, for their own potential fouls, for knowing the rules really well and for fair play. And one way that players generate that respect for each other is obviously knowing the rules, but also you have what's called spirit circles after the games. What is that? Can you explain that to us?
So the spirit circles happens right after the game finishes, where both teams gather and talk about what happened in the game, cool stuff, good stuff, not so good stuff, because the idea is not to say just hi, smiles, but we also want to improve what it is happening, and in order to improve, we need to focus on everything of what happened in the game. Particularly to this tournament, our country, we're bringing some wristbands that says "I trust you," and we're making sure that every single player from the other nations have it, because we believe that we're building more than a champion team. We want to win the tournament, but more than that, we want to spread feeling of trust in Ultimate, because it's very important for Ultimate that people trust each other, because it's self-referred, so you need to trust on the other people's perspective of what they say, of what they think, of what happened in the field. So if we trust more in each other, things will be more smooth, and particularly with us, we want to show them that we trust them so they can trust us. That's what we're building.
Very nice. Well, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. A wonderful message. It's not just about the sport, it's not just about spirit, but especially for the Colombian team, it's about building trust with their teammates and their opponents as well. Thanks for watching.